Welcome to Stairway to English, the channel where you train your mind and your English at the same time. Today's topic will help you understand the mindset behind making money and success. Listen carefully, read along, and feel your English and confidence grow. Don't forget to subscribe and tell us your thoughts in the comments below. Episode 1. The Foundation of a Money Mindset. Money is not only about numbers. It is about the way you think, the way you act, and the way you see opportunities. Many people want to make money, but only a few truly understand how to think like wealthy people. A money mindset is not about being greedy or obsessed with wealth. It is about learning to use money as a tool to create freedom, impact, and purpose in your life. From a young age, most people are taught to work hard, save money, and spend carefully. These lessons are useful, but they are not enough. People with a money mindset see things differently. They know that money is energy. It flows in and out. It grows when used wisely. They don't fear losing money. They fear missing opportunities. Let's take a simple example. Two people earn the same salary. One saves it all in a bank account, waiting for the future. The other uses part of it to invest in learning new skills or starting a small business. In a few years, the second person's mindset will lead to growth. The first person may still be waiting. The difference is not luck, it's mentality. A money mindset begins with belief. You must believe that you are capable of earning and managing money. You must see yourself as someone who creates value, not just someone who earns a paycheck. The world rewards those who bring value to others through creativity, hard work, and service. Another key part of a money mindset is self-discipline. People who grow financially know how to control their emotions. When fear or greed tries to take over, they pause and think logically. They don't chase quick gains or fall into traps that promise easy success. They focus on consistency and smart decisions. For example, successful investors never expect to get rich overnight. They study, they plan, they act, and they wait. They treat money like a long-term relationship, something to build with care and patience. A money mindset also means changing your environment. If you spend time around people who always complain about money, you'll start thinking the same way. But if you surround yourself with people who are creative, motivated, and positive, you'll begin to grow like them. Your environment shapes your beliefs. So, the first step to developing a money mindset is to reprogram your thoughts. Replace ideas like, I can't afford this, with, how can I afford this? This simple shift pushes your brain to find solutions instead of excuses. Every wealthy person in history started by changing their way of thinking before changing their bank account. Remember, money does not make people rich. Mindset does. Without the right mindset, even someone who wins the lottery can lose everything. But with a strong mindset, even someone starting with nothing can build an empire. In this series, you will learn how to build that mindset step by step. You will discover how successful people think, act, and make decisions about money. You will understand the habits that help them stay calm during financial stress and the strategies that keep them growing even when the economy slows down. So, as we move forward, open your mind. Forget the limiting beliefs that society taught you. Start seeing money as something you can manage, multiply, and master. Because when your mind changes, your world changes too. This is the foundation of your journey toward financial freedom, and it begins right now inside your mind. Episode 2: How to Build Wealth Step by Step. Building wealth is not only about working harder, it is about working smarter and changing the way you see money. Many people spend their whole lives chasing money, but they never stop to ask the most important question: what is the right way to build it? Wealth is not magic. It is the result of habits, discipline, and the ability to make small, smart choices every single day. If you understand how wealth grows, you can create it no matter where you start. Let's explore how successful people do it, step by step. The first step is understanding value. Money always follows value. When you solve problems, help others, or make something useful, value is created and money flows toward that value. For example, a person who opens a small coffee shop doesn't just sell coffee, they sell comfort, taste, and experience. That value attracts customers and creates income. If you want more money, focus on giving more value. The second step is saving with purpose. Many people save money but never decide what to do with it. They keep it in the bank, afraid to lose it. But wealthy people save money to use it for investments, business ideas, or personal growth. They see saving as a way to prepare for future opportunities. A good mindset is, I save today to invest tomorrow. The third step is investing wisely. This doesn't always mean stocks or real estate. Investing can mean improving your skills, learning something new, or buying tools that help you grow. Every book you read, every skill you master, and every idea you test is a kind of investment. Knowledge brings the best interest. It never loses value. Step 4 is managing emotions. Wealthy people don't panic when markets fall or when things go wrong. They stay calm. They know that emotion destroys smart decisions. When you let fear or greed control you, you make mistakes. So instead of reacting, they plan. They use logic and patience. This emotional control is one of the most powerful tools in wealth building. Step 5 is creating multiple sources of income. Most people depend on one job, but successful people find many ways to earn. They might start a side project, invest in something small, or use their hobbies to earn extra money. The goal is not to work 24 hours a day, but to build systems that work for you, even while you rest. Step 6 is delayed gratification. This means you choose long-term success over short-term pleasure. Many people spend money quickly to feel good, but those who build wealth understand that small sacrifices today create big rewards tomorrow. They skip unnecessary expenses and invest in their future instead. This habit is simple, but extremely powerful. Another key is continuous learning. The world changes fast. New technology, new opportunities, new markets. People who stop learning stop growing. Wealthy people read books, listen to podcasts, and learn from mentors. They understand that their brain is their most valuable asset. The more they know, the better decisions they make. Also, avoid comparing yourself to others. Social media shows fake success, expensive cars, luxury trips, and big houses, but many of those people have debt, not wealth. Real wealth is quiet. It is freedom. not pressure to impress others. Focus on your own journey. Small progress every day is better than fake success overnight. Finally, stay consistent. The process of building wealth takes time. It's like planting a tree. You water it, protect it, and wait. Some days it seems like nothing is happening, but under the surface, roots are growing. After months or years, that tree becomes strong. The same happens with money. Small, steady actions lead to big results. Wealth is not luck, it's a system. It starts with how you think, grows with what you do, and continues with what you learn. If you follow these steps, create value, save wisely, invest in yourself, control your emotions, build multiple incomes, delay gratification, and stay consistent, wealth will follow you naturally. So, remember, the path to financial freedom is not a race, it's a lifestyle. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep moving. Every small action you take today shapes your financial future. Believe in your potential and never stop learning how to use your money to create the life you truly want. Episode 3: Mastering the Psychology of Money. Money is not just numbers on paper. It is deeply connected to our emotions, habits, and beliefs. Many people think money problems come from not earning enough, but often they come from how we think about money. Understanding the psychology of money is one of the most powerful steps toward building a healthy financial life. Let's start with the truth. Money is emotional. It makes people feel excited, afraid, proud, or even ashamed. Some people grow up thinking that money is evil, while others believe it's the key to happiness. But in reality, money is neutral. It's simply a tool. What matters is how you use it and how you feel about it. When you feel fear around money, you make decisions that keep you poor. For example, you might avoid learning about investing because it feels risky. You might stay in a job you hate because it feels safe. But fear creates small thinking. The first step to mastering money psychology is learning to replace fear with curiosity. Ask questions. Learn how money works. The more you understand it, the less power fear has over you. Another common problem is emotional spending. Have you ever bought something just to feel better? Many people use shopping to fill emotional gaps, loneliness, stress, or boredom. But after a few hours, that happiness fades and regret takes its place. Real financial strength comes from knowing the difference between needs and emotions. Before buying something, pause and ask, do I really need this, or am I trying to fix a feeling? Now, let's talk about beliefs. Your beliefs about money usually come from childhood. Maybe you heard, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy. These messages create invisible barriers in your mind. If you secretly believe that wealth is bad, your brain will stop you from becoming wealthy. So, start building new beliefs. Money gives me freedom. I can use money to do good. The more I learn, the more I earn. Repeating positive beliefs changes your relationship with money. Another important idea is gratitude. It might sound simple, but it's powerful. When you are thankful for what you already have, you stop feeling like there's never enough. Gratitude turns pressure into peace. Wealthy people appreciate what they have, but they also use that peace as motivation to grow more. It's not about being lazy or satisfied. It's about finding balance between contentment and ambition. Let's look at comparison. Social media has made it easy to compare your life with others. You see people with luxury cars or vacations and think, I'm behind. But comparison steals your joy and focus. You don't see the full story. Maybe those people are drowning in debt. Real success is private. It's waking up without stress, doing what you love, and feeling free. So, stop comparing and start improving yourself, one smart decision at a time. Then comes discipline, the quiet skill that builds wealth over time. Discipline is not about being strict, it's about being consistent. For example, saving a small amount every week might seem useless at first, but it grows. Reading 10 pages of a financial book every day might seem small, but it changes how you think. Tiny habits compound, like interest. Over time, they turn into something powerful. We also need to talk about self-worth. Many people connect their value as a person to their income. They think, if I earn more, I am more important. That's not true. Your worth is not measured by your bank account. Money can give comfort, but it can't give self-respect. When you respect yourself, you manage money better, not to prove something, but to build a better life. Now, let's touch on patience. In a world of fast rewards, patience is rare. People want quick money, easy success, instant growth. But that's not how wealth works. Every strong financial foundation is built slowly. Patience is power. It keeps you calm when others panic. It lets your investments grow. It helps you stay focused on the long term. Finally, remember mindset is everything. If you believe money is something you can master, you will. If you believe it controls you, it will. A growth mindset means you see every mistake as a lesson. You don't fear loss, you learn from it. You don't chase luck, you create opportunity. The psychology of money is not about being perfect. It's about being aware of your thoughts, habits, and feelings. Once you understand why you make financial choices, you can start making better ones. Real financial success begins in the mind long before it shows up in the wallet. So, ask yourself, what are your beliefs about money? Are they helping you grow or holding you back? Once you change your mindset, everything else, savings, investments, opportunities, begins to follow. Episode 4. From Scarcity to Abundance. How to Think Like the Wealthy. Money is not only about numbers. It's about mindset. Many people live with a scarcity mindset. They constantly worry there is not enough money, not enough time, not enough opportunity. This way of thinking keeps them small, stressed, and afraid to take action. But people with an abundance mindset think differently. They believe that opportunities are endless, that learning never stops, and that wealth can be created, not just earned. Understanding the difference between these two mindsets is one of the biggest steps toward financial freedom. Let's start with the scarcity mindset. People who live in scarcity focus on what they lack. They say things like, I can't afford that, or it's too late for me. They think other people's success means their own failure. This mindset creates jealousy, fear, and inaction. When you believe resources are limited, you hold on too tightly to what you have, and you stop taking risks. You stay in the same job, in the same habits, year after year, afraid to lose what little you have. Now, let's look at the abundance mindset. People with this mindset believe there is enough for everyone. When they see someone succeed, they feel inspired instead of jealous. They think, if they can do it, I can learn how to do it too. They focus on growth, creativity, and long-term thinking. They know that money flows. It moves from those who waste it to those who use it wisely. Abundance is not about already being rich. It's about believing that wealth can be built through learning, patience, and smart choices. To move from scarcity to abundance, the first step is changing your language. Stop saying, I can't afford this. Instead, ask, how can I afford this? The question opens your mind to possibilities. It pushes you to find solutions, not excuses. The words you use shape the world you see. Abundant people talk about opportunities. Scarce people talk about problems. The second step is focus. Scarcity makes you focus on survival, just paying the bills, just making it to the next month. But abundance focuses on growth, building skills, creating income streams, learning new things. Wealthy people don't think, how do I save every cent? They think, how can I make my money work for me? This shift in focus transforms how you spend time and energy. The third step is generosity. It may sound strange, but giving is a powerful way to build abundance. When you help others, even in small ways, you remind your brain that there's enough to go around. You feel richer when you share. This doesn't mean giving away everything. It means giving with awareness. Share your knowledge, your kindness, your experience. The more value you give, the more value returns to you. Another important part of abundance is learning from failure. Scarcity says, if I fail, I lose. Abundance says, if I fail, I learn. Every successful person you see has failed many times, but they didn't stop. They didn't see mistakes as the end. They saw them as lessons. That's how wealth grows, through trial, error, and persistence. Let's talk about gratitude again. People with scarcity thinking focus on what's missing. People with abundance thinking focus on what's already there. Gratitude changes your emotional energy. It makes you calm, positive, and open-minded. And those qualities attract more opportunities. Start each day by listing 3 things you are thankful for. It sounds simple, but it trains your brain to see abundance instead of lack. Next, avoid comparison. Scarcity grows when you compare your life to others. You might think they're richer, smarter, luckier. But that thinking destroys your motivation. Everyone's journey is different. Instead of comparison, use inspiration. Study what successful people do and apply it to your life. Abundant people learn from others. They don't compete with them. We also need to talk about time. Scarcity-minded people waste time complaining. Abundant-minded people use time to create. They know time is the real currency. You can lose money and make it again, but once you lose time, it's gone. That's why wealthy thinkers protect their time carefully. They spend it on learning, building, and improving. Then comes belief. The foundation of abundance is belief in your ability to grow. You don't need to know everything or have everything now. You just need to believe that with effort and consistency, you can get there. When you truly believe in your potential, your actions begin to match that belief. You start reading more, practicing more, and making smarter choices. Finally, understand that abundance is a daily practice, not a one-time decision. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Abundance means learning from yesterday, working today, and trusting tomorrow. If you want to think like the wealthy, remember that wealthy people are not just rich in money, they are rich in ideas, gratitude, and courage. They don't see problems as limits, they see them as opportunities to create new solutions. So today, start training your mind. Stop saying, I can't. Start saying, I can learn. Stop waiting for luck. Start building your own path. The moment you choose abundance over fear, your entire world begins to expand. Episode 5, The Wealth Mindset in Action, Turning Thoughts into Reality. Thinking about money in the right way is important, but thinking alone is never enough. A true wealth mindset turns thoughts into action. Many people read, dream, and talk about success, but only a few actually take steps toward it. This final episode is about that. How to move from ideas to results, from wanting to doing, and from surviving to truly thriving. Let's start with the truth. Wealth doesn't grow from comfort. Every successful person you see has done something uncomfortable. They took risks, they failed, they tried again. They worked when others rested, and they learned when others gave up. The difference between people who wish and people who win is action. Thoughts shape your direction, but action shapes your reality. If you want to change your life, begin with small, consistent steps. Many people wait for the perfect time, but it never comes. The perfect time is now. You don't need the best idea or all the money in the world. You only need to start. Maybe it's saving $1 a day. Maybe it's reading 10 pages of a financial book. Maybe it's starting a small online service or learning a new skill. Small actions done daily grow faster than big plans never started. One of the biggest lessons in building wealth is discipline over motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It's an emotion. But discipline is a choice. You don't need to feel inspired every day. You just need to stay consistent. Wealthy people follow routines. They set goals, track their progress, and build habits that keep them moving forward. They don't depend on luck or mood. They depend on systems. Now, let's talk about focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. People check their phones, scroll through social media, and compare their lives to others. But wealth is built by people who can stay focused for long periods. Focus means saying no to what doesn't help your goals. It means using your time for growth, not entertainment. Every hour you spend learning, building, or saving adds up. The results might be invisible at first, but they grow quietly, like roots under the ground, and one day they break the surface. The next key idea is taking responsibility. People with a weak mindset blame the economy, the government, or luck for their problems. But people with a strong wealth mindset take responsibility for their choices. They say, if it's to be, it's up to me. This attitude gives them power because it means they can change their situation by changing their actions. You can't control everything in life, but you can control your effort, your learning, and your attitude. To turn thoughts into reality, you must also learn about financial intelligence. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Wealthy thinkers learn how money flows, how to make it, keep it, and multiply it. They understand investing, saving, and creating income streams. They don't only earn money, they make money work for them. Even small amounts, invested wisely, can grow over time. Every bit counts. Another part of this mindset is persistence. Many people quit right before success. They face rejection, failure, or loss, and they stop. But those who keep going turn failure into fuel. Think about inventors, business owners, or artists. They all failed many times before they succeeded. Each failure was a teacher. Each mistake gave them information about what to improve next. If you see failure as a lesson, you'll never stop growing. Let's not forget patience. In a world that wants instant results, patience is a superpower. Building wealth takes time. You plant seeds today, but the fruit comes later. Impatient people quit before their results arrive. But patient people trust the process. They know that small progress every day leads to big changes over years. The journey may be long, but every step forward matters. Then comes belief. Not blind belief, but strong inner confidence. You must believe that you can create value in the world. You must believe your time and skills are worth something. Many people stay poor because they believe they don't deserve more. Change that belief, and your life begins to change. You deserve success if you are willing to work for it, learn for it, and grow into it. Also, surround yourself with the right environment. If you spend time with negative people, you will begin to think like them. But if you spend time with dreamers, builders, and learners, their energy will lift you. Join communities that inspire you. Listen to people who talk about ideas, not complaints. The company you keep becomes the direction you take. And finally, never forget why you want to build wealth. Money alone is not happiness. It's a tool. It gives you freedom, security, and the power to help others. Use it wisely. When your purpose is clear, your energy stays strong. If you build wealth only for yourself, it feels empty. But if you build it to create a better life for your family, your community, or the world, it gives meaning to every effort. To sum up, wealth is not a number in your bank account. It's a reflection of your thoughts, habits, and actions. You can start poor, but think rich, and that mindset will guide you toward abundance. Step by step, decision by decision, your life will begin to change. So from this moment, decide to act. Don't wait for luck. Create your own. Don't wait for someone to choose you. Choose yourself. Every great success story starts with one simple decision: to begin. Because at the end of the day, true wealth is not only about what you earn, it's about who you become in the process of earning it.